everybody, and welcome to a special Christmas episode. And now, it is finally our last review for the particular year, for now, because we do still have the special one, thanks to you guys getting us up to 600 followers on Twitch, 200 followers on Facebook. We're still trying to get up to, of course, the tally of 200 subscribers on YouTube, but we'll wait for that one next year, possibly. But yeah, it is time for our last Christmas review on Christmas Eve before the big day arrives. Of course, as you guys know, I will not be streaming on the 25th because we're gonna be basically celebrating Christmas with each other. It's just gonna be a family thing, so yeah. Also, I hope you guys did like it. No, you're sitting over there.
Oh, I got room over here.
No, you're over there.
Oh, just in case for the dog, so I don't have to keep running back and forth.
Good point.
Yeah. Did you get the Rudolph in the camera?
No, because there's not enough room. Would you stop?
Well, he needs to be in.
He can sit one out.
No, he cannot. He didn't come down.
No.
Santa did not allow him to come down.
This is my show. Stop it. Anyway,
it's Rudolph's show. You need to break it down. Remember, it's all about Jules Bass Day over here, and you're tearing it up.
Don't be surprised if you find him in the grave later. Anyway.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And I'm taking your butt with me.
Yes, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas!
Merry freaking Christmas. The bah humbug, I'm kidding. Oh, come on, I had to mention at least the Christmas Carol, at least. Back off!
This is what he's getting all mad about. Right here.
It's not because I'm
This
mad.
is
You
what
see,
he
we don't have enough damn
mad
room.
about right there.
We don't have enough room.
Here,
I'm not even
I'll
joking
hold
with this.
on to him.
Yeah, you hold on to him. Just
I'll hold on to him because you're gonna get a lump of coal. And I don't blame Santa.
Here's the thing.
I won't blame Santa.
Hey, you are very much tempting me to beat you over the head with this. Anyway, I freaking hate this.
Where were we?
Yeah, where were we finally? Well, we're here to talk about the last two.
God is spoken.
Can I have my permission to stab him?
Okay, let's get going. Stop lollygagging.
Tell that to him. We have a schedule to keep.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, so.
How much is it?
And we have pizza coming.
And we have pizza coming, so that's very important.
We got
yeah, of
priorities.
It's 52 something, but I'm leaving them 60 because it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Merry freaking Christmas, people.
Yeah, we'll just say Santa Claus here for the towel so I can put in the full towel later.
Introduced everyone.
Yeah, sorry, I've just been trying to write out everything down. Anyway, of course, we have our guest stars. You already know Master Chief, who's...
Infamous?
I'm infamous around here.
Yeah, he's infamous for being it.
Oh.
Then, of course, we have Billy Peddle and Puganeer 2020 finally returning back for us again.
And Rudolph. Possessed Rudolph, if I may. The stuff of nightmares over there.
Santa, if you ever see a freaking corpse right near the tree, that's for you. Take him and bury him somewhere in the North Pole.
Look at the kitty over there watching. I'm not sure she likes Rudolph.
No.
No, she doesn't like the noise. Last time I played it for her last night, she immediately freaked out and ran.
You know, cats can sense evil, so...
Well, apparently she might sense that thing might be possessed.
It sounds like it.
No, you are possessed right now.
Okay, let's start our stream.
Yeah, seriously, stop with the damn annoyances. Alright.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
Yeah.
back to...
This is Rudolph.
Again.
It's his day, not yours.
You, not him.
It is Rudolph Day.
No.
Anyway.
I gave you a lot for Christmas, so you better share your lips.
Son of a...
Come on, okay.
That's what I have to deal with, people.
I think it's because we had candy instead of protein.
Well,
I think
again,
we
that's
have
what
the
happened.
ability
Hey,
to-
I had candy and I'm zoned out. Basically, think of basically candy like this stuff right here being me going high. Anyway,
and her pound of Reese's.
which also Are you okay?
That's gonna be in your way if you don't.
Also, this is the first time I've ever tried this brand here. It actually is really good. I
Oh,
would
yes.
highly recommend it. Anyway, finally we're back to it. You guys know the show. I am gonna repeat it just for those of you guys who are brand new to the channel. We do it by 5 categories. Each one's worth 10 points. Total is 50. You can go from anywhere from 0 to 50 depending on your score. So we're going to do this by the order I mentioned. Story, characters, music, design, and atmosphere. If it was video games, then we'll say gameplay, which I also found out something interesting. There was a lot of Christmas video games I actually didn't expect. But there were so few Roblox ones. I was kind of shocked.
They have horror.
They have a Christmas horror one where you have to deal with a mechanical Santa and his minions.
Yikes.
I want to watch The Shining.
I know. That's
Anyway,
Would you call? Actually, here's a question.
technically,
Some
it's
people,
one of our
some
Christmas
people
movies.
asked, is Harry Potter or The Shining a Christmas film?
Yes.
Yes, the first one.
Just like
Shining
the
is.
night
Shining-
before Christmas is a hybrid. It is a Christmas Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Still,
Just like
it's
Die Hard.
And I don't care
It's
what
an
Bruce
everyday
Willis
slash
says.
Christmas movie.
And I don't care what Bruce Willis says. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
it's set in Christmas. There's Christmas
Well,
decorations.
it's a
There's
hybrid.
Christmas
You can
presents.
watch it
There's
every
Christmas
day, or you can-
songs,
or-
and
Yes.
it has guns and explosions. Of course, it's gonna be
Happy.
Christmas.
Well, no,
Makes sense.
It's like the first of the year.
It's the reason why. Hey, even Call of Duty's in the holiday spirit, where you're literally shooting green and red bullets at your opponents, and they
Wow.
sparkle. And some people even turn into coal when they die.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
That means you weren't being a team player.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's pretty cool.
6:30 is delivery.
Okay.
Anyway,
Focus on the pizza,
let's
people.
get started on the review of Santa Claus is Coming to Town and The Year Without Santa Claus. I believe some of our favorites. Actually, before we get started, what is your favorite Rankin Bass film out of all the ones you've watched?
Rudolph is my favorite.
I think
But a year without Santa is was my mom's favorite.
yeah, I think that's my favorite.
Year Without Santa Claus?
With Jessica and her fabulous hair.
No, what's the
No,
other one?
that's
What's the
Santa
other
Claus.
one?
Santa Claus Coming to Town.
Oh,
Year Without Santa Claus is when they
it's all
he-
blending.
he
I'm
plays
sorry,
around the
I've
music.
had,
That's
had
my
too much
favorite.
chocolate.
See, mine is Rudolph. Always
Mine
will be.
is a tie between Santa Claus is Coming to Town and A Year Without Santa Claus.
Yeah, those are my two that are kind
Because,
of
like,
the song is phenomenal.
oh, dear
my
Lord,
God.
let's just get
And I like
started
the
because I
Heat
really
Miser
want to talk
and-
about it.
Mr. Frost.
He has
All
great
right.
hair.
No, you like Mr. Green Christmas.
Well,
the Heat
I like
Miser,
both,
Yeah.
really.
and Winter, please.
Yeah, just don't mess with Mother Nature or she is going to
She
be
was
absolutely
not.
pissed.
But she was happy.
I love her.
I love that she has a bird's nest in her hair.
Yeah.
It's, like, funny.
But at the same time, she has the power to completely obliterate those two if she gets pissed off.
But you see how
including
quickly she brought them there?
Yeah.
Makes sense
By a
considering
lightning
she's
bolt.
yeah, she's the only one that could. Anyone that can mess around with those two and literally keep them in their place, hats off to her being a very dedicated mother, which, by God, how does she deal with those children? I would hate for them to be my kids. Mainly because I wouldn't know if they were going to cause destruction on the worldwide scale.
Right. As they could.
Sadly, yeah. Alright, so let's get started with story and, well, it's
wait
the
a second.
traditional
Wh- wh-
Christmas story,
okay,
right?
what
Oh
did
yeah,
we give our
forgot.
scores?
What do you guys think of your predictions for the scoring for this film?
Oh, I'm gonna
Sorry,
give it a 50.
TV movie.
50.
50? Alright.
This is going to be a short one because it's freaking fabulous.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. I'm giving it a 50. No
50.
question.
What are you doing? Really? Is that how you write stuff down?
You're very surprised I actually have another follower named Master Chief, I believe.
Well, you want to know something? I am the MC. They wish they can be me, but they can't.
Well, plus it's much easier to track.
You know what? It's 2 letters. MC.
You know that also stands for
MC
main character,
Hammer.
right?
Yes, that's right. That because I am.
No, you're not.
Oh.
You're the main character of your own story, not this one.
Well, you guys better get on it because I'm losing my focus here.
Tell that to him. He started.
How do they do this? These bugs, they get them dressed up and look. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh Lord. All right. Well,
Okay, so it's all 50.
so we're starting off with story. Oh, hang on. Oh, it looks like King Rhythm wants to join in. But I think for right now we have a little too many guest stars. But maybe in our next stream we'll have you discuss your thoughts on the films, because honestly, I want to hear more people's thoughts on the whole films as a whole. So, story is pretty much your traditional story about Santa Claus, which there's God knows how many. Like, seriously, how many are there?
Which one are we doing first?
Santa Claus is coming to town, since technically that's his origin story.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to do Year of the Santa Claus being basically right around the midpoint of his career.
Okay, Santa Claus is coming to town.
That's the one with Jessica.
And that's the one with
Fabulous
the
hair.
Winter Warlock.
Winter Warlock. Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
I
Although
feel sad for him because
Me too.
even at the end of the freaking movie, he's like, "Please, just call me Winter" to everybody. Everybody keeps calling him Mr. Warlock,
yeah,
That's
and I
his
actually
last
thought
name.
he was
Yeah.
really sweet.
but
And
he
I
likes
actually,
being called Winter,
and
and it's been like eons.
I know, and
At
and
the
I
end of the film, and people are still calling him. That's
and I don't like
terrible.
those soldiers
Winter,
because they
please.
look like Nazis. So
Huh?
Well,
I don't like those soldiers and that mean man because Mr.
Mr. Miser.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Burglar
technically they're not
Meister,
Nazis.
Meisterburger.
Yeah, they're like Nazis.
Well, the
They're
helmet,
not-
the helmet's
They look-
More like German World War One.
Well,
they
that's what I'm
act like
saying.
Nazis, and I don't.
Well,
like
they
that.
were
not
actually not
Nazis.
Nazis.
They're
but
taking
they
away
were.
all the fun and happiness from
All the
society.
time. I know.
It was
The
the German. That was the
Bürgermeister.
German wear before they became Nazis.
Yeah.
Because Nazis came in with Hitler.
But it doesn't change the fact that I absolutely love the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's a total classic.
Well, the story itself was, I really liked how they came up with the fact they brought in
the stockings,
perfect.
how the stockings came into play,
We'll talk about
and how
characters.
the
No,
and how
I
the
know.
chimney came into
Yeah.
play, and it just kind of
And
Yeah.
everything
Touched
had
on
a
every
really
element,
great
yeah.
progression.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
touched
think
on
it's-
every element of.
And that's the reason why I'm giving it a 10.
Yes, I have a 10 too.
Mm-hmm. You? What are your thoughts?
10. Oh, I love it. I love the origin story. I think they leave it a little ambiguous though because he is abandoned, and I hate the Burgermeister for
Me
like
too.
casting away a baby. Who casts away a baby?
To an orphanage.
What the hell?
Right?
But they
And what
leave
did
it-
they call
leave
it?
the story really.
What did they call it? It wasn't just an orphanage.
No,
They
it's
called
no,
It's
it's
an
an asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's
it's
so dark.
Yes.
A
Very
children's
horrifying.
asylum that was
Some
10
Gotham-
kilometers away.
Yeah,
Some
that's
Gotham
horrible.
shit going on there.
I
But
don't
they
like that
don't
either.
actually explain who Chris's parents really are. They just,
They really
he's
don't.
raised by the Kringles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's pretty interesting. I thought that was cool.
I have to say I gotta give it a 10. It's a very original origin story, especially for it. And not to mention, it's
Yes.
one of the more memorable ones
Mm-hmm.
that they did
All the characters are
for all of them.
Yeah.
pulled together. to
Oh,
make
trust
it
me,
super
we'll get into characters in
memorable.
just a moment
I'm
because
just saying. Go on.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
the thing that I really liked about it too, because with when you start taking a look at the story, is how they were able to weave Jessica in there at some point, you know,
Yeah.
and then how did you get the reindeer to fly, you know,
Right,
and all
it's
of
all
these
like-
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
the
know,
It's like-
questions
there's-
themselves were answering
answering
themselves
themselves,
through
yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
It's like
brilliant.
they took tidbits of.
the
facts.
mythology.
Yeah.
I still think the one with
Or whatever.
look at gaze into my magic crystal snowball, and then he can jump into the snowball and go exactly where he needs to go. So why would you need a sleigh?
Well, he likes to
See the
cruise.
children,
Yeah, I
and he
know.
likes
You
to
know.
see the children sleeping in their beds, and
I think it was really nice that how they figured out how he came down the chimney, and they based it all because of a very
and I
sick girl.
swear,
Yeah.
And that right there, you're like
Yes.
going, okay, so he was have to be resourceful to be able to do that. It
and
was
in the
actually really
typical
cool.
films, they never show Santa Claus dirty from the soot.
No,
I know.
but no, they
But
actually
they did
showed
there. That's
yeah.
like truthful.
This Chris
That's like
got
real.
all filthy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes up there. He was doing free chimney sweeps at the same time.
Mm-hmm. No, chimney dustings.
Yes, yeah, because he was.
The only
very
thing is that it almost kind of reminds me of how the whole joke that Jeff Dunham did in his Christmas special show, just mainly for
oh yeah.
that
With
drinking and
Peanut?
driving
Ooh.
in a furry gay outfit,
Oh yeah.
covered in soot. He smokes, and you let him in the house because he said he had something for your kids. What the hell kind of father are you anyway? If I were you, I would have gone over there and tased his fat ass.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Jeff. That was Peanut.
Kitty, kitty.
I have to admit that's still funny though.
Oh, that was.
But
actually,
yeah, it was like, good lord, I remember that joke being made years later. I'm like, oh my god, that's actually kind of true. How disturbing it was.
Well, there's, like,
But
a
yeah,
subversive
but don't worry
element
though.
there for sure,
This is
but-
a very innocent.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was wondering what you. Oh, there was Taz.
Baby. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come up here.
Go on.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go on to characters, and yeah, I have to look up the cast here because
Well,
All the characters
there's
are
so
I
fabulous.
will tell
many
you
for
right
this
now
one.
what really
Okay,
set it
babe.
apart, because Mickey Rooney is really, Santa.
Mhm.
But I really like that they brought Fred Astaire in to actually
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of guide everybody. Because he says, I know everything about Santa, and he's the one that guided all the questions, all the answers. And
Even
then
Mr. Meisterburger,
He
even
was
though he
good.
was a jerk. He
And the
was.
law-
I don't think. And the
the
warlock.
law keeper, the one who keeps the laws. I mean,
Right.
that guy was really good too. I
And
had
the warlock. You know,
They're
they
all
all
great,
have
yeah.
like such a pivotal like position in the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
the
Yeah.
A
Kringles.
necessary position.
And I like how they were able to incorporate the Kringles being the first toy makers, and now you got here's the king basically saying that we're going to arrest these people.
Yeah.
I really thought that was really nice and stuff like that too, how they did it.
Mhm.
And the warlock was the one that I think kind of brought back how you see him, he's this mean nasty guy.
And then he's a sweet.
And then
fuzzy
all of
boy.
a sudden, he's
Yeah.
like, I don't even know why I'm feeling so good, but
It makes
you
it
know,
feel like it's like historical.
it
Yeah.
is
Actually,
it's like a
um,
historical movie. you
Actually,
know?
the voice of Tanta Kringle was actually Joan Gardner, from what it says right here. Along with Robbie Lester was Miss Jessica, as well as Mrs. Claus. We got Paul Frees, of course, returning, but this time as the villain this time instead of Saint Nick and Rudolph. Let's see. We have Kanan Wynn for Winter Warlock. And for those of you guys, if you want to check out more about him, he's done some pretty impressive things. Most of the stuff he's actually done was westerns, actually. Yeah, he was in he was on The Last Precinct, The Fall Guy, and Mirrors, and these are only just a few I'm mentioning. But yeah, he's been in quite a few movies during the 1950s to 1980s, so he was a pretty big actor at the time. Of course, we have Fred Astaire, who was Special Delivery Kluger, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know his last name was Kluger. I thought it was incorporated or something.
Well, I'm giving it a 10.
But yeah, and of course, one of my all-time favorite Santas, which will never be topped, Mickey Rooney.
Yeah.
10.
His
Yeah,
voice
so
just
definitely a 10 there. Yeah, there's so many amazing
Yeah.
actors.
There-
The cast in it is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is very, very much so.
And the characters, you know.
You rarely find really good actors and
Like
actresses that can
Desiree?
stick with you for every.
Like Billy Peddle always says, Jessica's hair is phenomenal.
It is. It's fabulous.
It is.
She's actually she was my mom's favorite character too because she was a school teacher.
Yes.
And she looked fierce.
Yes.
You know, and she was all like, "What's up with you, dude? You're
Yeah,
breaking
she
the
did
law."
not. Yeah, she
you
did
know?
not.
She called him out.
Yeah, she called him out.
But then she falls in love with him and stuff.
she's
Goes
still
up there,
that
you know
beautiful,
what, you know.
wonderful
Yes.
girl.
You better be careful with that, Dolly. I
All
hear
right.
she's very hardened criminal-like.
Of course, now we're going on to music.
Oh,
And-
yes, it's a 10. Sorry. I'm just
10.
throwing you out there.
It is a 10. Jessica's song
Don't tell me to
alone
stab you
was
right now with this
really
one.
phenomenal.
Um,
Jessica's voice is beautiful.
Yes,
her
beautiful.
singing voice.
Honestly, I actually
and
like.
her 70s montage
Yeah.
song.
Yep,
Oh,
and of
yeah.
course,
That, psychedelic.
technically,
sort of
technically,
dots
this movie
coming
was
at
made.
you. And,
This movie, I think, was made in 60.
No.
Wait, no, it was 1970. Yeah, it was
It was
another movie that
74.
was 68.
Yes.
So I was thinking of another movie that was made in 68. But yeah, basically, this was produced by the
Little
late
Drummer
Jules
Boy was in
Bass.
68.
Yeah.
Jules Bass did the music for every single one of these things.
And
It is,
the
Maurice
continuity, you
Maurice
can
Laws,
tell,
too.
yeah.
They both work together.
yeah. Maury Laws also assisted
Maury,
in that.
yes, Maury.
Yeah, Maury Laws did an amazing job co-writing all the music in the film. Jules Bass just killed it with every single song that he's ever written. It's insane.
yeah, it had a lot of good music in it.
Yeah.
You
Definitely
don't really
a 10.
see too many musical talents that could make consistently good music throughout their entire careers.
And it was nice with the lyrics because I think a lot of things that Jules Bass did was a lot of the lyrical work on it and stuff.
Mhm.
So for him to have to come up with something new every year or every
Right,
2-3 years,
right.
that's pretty tough to do.
Mm-hmm.
And as like I said, I
Well,
like
and
how
it's-
the music progresses through the whole
cramping
show and
Ah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another
Well,
thing
and
that I
it's
like.
and all the songs are so they've become such a cult classic that
Mhm.
and, you know, even people who haven't seen the movies will recognize the
Yes.
music from them. You
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
agree.
Which is interesting. It just sort of shows how classic these films are.
I mean, we used
how
to
they stand
wait.
time. You know.
We used to wait every Christmas. We'd like
For the Christmas
make
specials
sure,
to pop
and a
up.
lot of times they would say ahead of time, "Oh, such and such is on such and such
Yeah,
channel."
we were
at
talking
such
about
I
and
remember
such
that.
time."
Yeah.
And it was like we waited with bated breath
And
for.
don't be the one that missed the show.
Yeah.
Just don't. You don't. The ridicule that you get from school that when you missed one of those specials right over there was ridiculous. You
And
know?
you want to?
It's kind of lost now, which is really sad.
No,
Yeah.
We
no, it
grew up-
isn't. Kids still wait for the show to come on,
True, but
and
not
they still get crap for it if they miss
but
it.
not
Well,
like
Char-
like it once was.
A Charlie Brown Christmas is not going to be airing on TV this year. It's the first time ever.
That's sad.
Really?
I think the reason
Why?
why is that because there's already
It's
a
on
lot
streaming.
of stuff. Yeah,
Who
they're
cares?
They want
streaming
you to
it,
pay
but
for it.
we
That
already
is-
have way too many
Merry
specials coming
Christmas.
up at this point.
Yeah, but that's not the point. This is something
No,
that
it's pretty
goes
messed
back
up,
to
in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
to childhoods.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and I think Christmas has become entirely too materialistic,
Yeah.
and we don't have that same.
Well, the whole
sense
message
of-
behind Charlie, that
What?
Christmas special,
Yes.
Oh my
is
God.
important for children to see.
Absolutely.
So-
Yes. Very much so.
It's sad. It's
Yeah, it
heartbreaking
is.
that
It's
it's
true.
not available on.
I
Well,
am-
and not only that, it's heartbreaking that these classics are being, put aside,
Yeah.
and kids aren't having the option and opportunity
Right.
to enjoy the stuff that we enjoyed when we were growing up.
Luckily enough that these specials are one of those few that stuck around for years, and they still air them every year.
Yeah.
And it's the reason
Yeah.
why, because I actually still check out if their TV schedules, see if they're playing. They play every single one of the ones we reviewed so far.
Yeah, Rudolph. And,
Rudolph.
yeah.
Frosty the Snowman, Little Drummer Boy, Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey, Long-Eared Christmas Donkey if you want to go for the full title, Santa Claus Coming to Town, Year Without Santa Claus,
Right.
Shiny
Yeah,
New Year.
but-
They've done so many of these.
But there's also something too. I think the reason why they're not showing the Christmas special, and this was something that went back even when they were talking about producing it, is when Linus says the lines that came from the Bible. What the
Yes.
Bible part right over it is. And I'm thinking right now you could really use that
Yes.
in this day and age because sometimes you just need that level of hope.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're just like, well, we need to just take this out. And it's kind of like that had a really big significance. So I just think they just did a really poor job of
But, hey, what can you do? It's not something we can really control at this point.
Well,
We'll have to-
Chris, our guys who sold us the phones and everything, he did say how everybody's
How you doing there, Chris?
Hi. Oh, nice. Hello.
All right. So now, so we already know it's a 10 for everybody at this point. So yeah.
And
Now-
my one thing about the music that I for me was the progression of the music, and I really like how the music, even though there's so many different components to it, told the story perfectly in each component.
True.
Yeah.
That was
Okay. Next is design. I'm gonna give it a 10 like I always do because this is a unique animation style that you rarely see nowadays.
Yeah, I give it a 10 too.
Because
Well, and especially for that era,
yeah, for me,
Well, and it's an establishing
It
look.
is.
and not to
Yeah.
mention it's stop motion. Stop
True.
motion is
True.
not really used much anymore. I think the last time I ever saw it was in the movie Elf,
Yeah.
and that was all the way back in 2003.
Actually, Guillermo del Toro is making a Pinocchio stop action
Oh,
right now. Yeah.
all right then. So looks like
Pretty
stop
exciting.
motion might be coming back.
I hope so. It's
Because-
an art. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it is. But yeah, I'm still giving it a 10. I love the unique animation style. However, I have to say, this one in Year Without Santa Claus looks like they went all out on it.
Yeah.
Like, they went above and beyond to
Well-
make it as seamless as they could.
And because they are such old films, I think that they set the standard for this is what Christmas is supposed to look like.
Mhm.
This is how Santa is supposed to.
Mhm.
And I think that you can see their influence in a lot of the films that come after.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, what
She
did
had
you
a
get?
beautiful dress.
Yeah, she did. She was dressed.
I say
lovely.
10.
10?
Yeah.
All right, so everybody at 10 then?
Yeah, 10 on. Yeah, and for the design, the thing I liked about it too was that it kind of set the precedence on how all the other Christmas shows are going to be going. And I said and with the design, but I also liked the order, how it came in and stuff like that. So I mean, those guys did absolutely wonderful work.
Yeah, and of course I just looked at the film's year 1970. So yeah,
Oh, Jesus. Tree's gonna be on the floor.
but
No kidding.
and now of course the atmosphere of this film. It is
10.
spewing Christmas. It is
Yes, 10.
literally just
Yeah.
shooting Christmas
Just
out the
vomiting
air.
Christmas at us.
Yes.
So lovely.
Yes, it is.
But however, it's done in a way that is very tasteful.
Well, because it's kind of like historical.
Yeah.
It comes off as being very historical.
You gonna
Well,
give it a 10 as well, or?
Absolutely. I was actually telling Puginator last night, I love the contrast between when Chris first arrives in Somber Town.
Oh
Britain,
yeah.
how everything's
Right.
very muted tones. They're
Oh,
very
yeah,
gray,
yeah.
monotone, very
Yeah.
dark.
And then it becomes
And then it has way
colorful.
more color towards the
all
Oh,
the
yeah.
toys.
And the children just look really sickly,
Yes.
like there's porridge happening somewhere or something.
But if you really take a look at Jessica had the really she had the really nice
she
dress.
had a beautiful haircut.
But when it came
Blue
down
eyes.
to, if you saw the dress was very beautiful, but it was still in that drab
It was still in the
color.
drab.
But it was her hair
her
that
skin
trained
is a little more toned.
tone,
Yeah, she
and
has a
her
little
hair.
more peach to her. Yeah,
and that's what I thought was kind of the tile
'Cause
from
she's
Chris,
happier.
yeah,
from
As she
Chris
progresses,
to
she's happier.
Right.
from the Kringle side to
yeah,
the other side right there. It was actually Jessica was the center of that.
yeah.
She was the go between
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
worlds and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
the
All right.
mediator,
Mediator or something like
The
you know what I mean.
connection.
the connection. Yeah.
And I think that's very very important because
And I think that's
if
why
you don't,
she stands out more than
Yes.
any of the other characters in Somber Town.
yeah, because if you
She's
take
a
a
key
look at it,
element.
all, if you even take a look at the Meisterburgers and all the other people, they were in the most drab clothes you ever
Yeah.
saw. But she was always looked nice. She always had that, and like we were saying, that the hair and the facial
She had that
features
beautiful
right there.
positiveness.
Yeah,
Well,
All
she was a
right.
teacher.
of course.
So, we basically know that the scores are 50 here. So now we're
10.
going on.
Okay.
I'm going to be naughty this one time and I'm going to stab him in the neck. So be ready.
It's okay. I know CPR.
Don't think it's going to happen when his neck's
I think you're
bleeding.
going to need first aid for that.
Exactly. All right. So what would you guys give the score for Year Without Santa Claus? What do you
50.
think? All right. So we're 50.
I'm sure it's 50. There's no way it couldn't be.
Yeah. Those are my two favorite. How could they not
Classic.
be?
Ignatius. Sorry. I just
All
love
right.
the name.
So and this is again we're going to start with story like we usually do. So that's not too much to ask for. But yeah, we got story, and again the story's a little bit different this time around.
It's sad in the
Uh,
beginning. It's sad to know that Santa's sick, and he's tired, and he thinks that nobody cares anymore.
Well, and everybody's kind of
And-
mouthy once Jingle
Yeah.
and Jangle get down there and start
Yeah.
asking. They're all like, "Whatever, Santa, up
Yeah.
yours." It's terrible.
I remember as a child, it literally made me want to cry.
It's sad.
It is.
There
very
are-
sad.
Depressing.
They're actually
And
very
Vixen gets sick.
Oh, that made me super
That's
sad
horrible.
too.
What? Oh,
When
when
Vixen got
Vixen.
sick,
Oh, when Vixen got
I was
sick.
so
Yeah.
worried.
And she's a baby. She
I
shouldn't
know.
have made that journey.
No,
so,
she shouldn't have.
I still think the funny
Concerned.
part is going up there, Ma. When you're not up to anything, that means you're up to something. now, as I was gonna say, as like it said, this is classic Rankin Bass too, because everything follows a very, very great order. The music is, we'll get the music there, but for the story is really nice.
Do you think it was like a metaphorical sickness? Like he was sick in his soul because he didn't think that people loved him?
Oh, how you
And
doing,
that's
Wes?
why-
How you doing, bud?
You know?
Doing
Yeah.
all right so far.
Probably.
But yeah, honestly, with this film, it was very interesting to really get a different story about Santa this time.
Yeah,
And this
I
I
think
time,
think it's their way
in the
of
middle of this career.
bringing it up and reminding people what Christmas is all about.
Right, the spirit of
Yeah,
it.
the spirit of
Yeah.
it. I think
so
that's
so you think it was like He's not really sick. He's like heart sick.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I think he's
These
soul
people are
sick
not
'cause he's-
understanding
exactly.
the purpose of
Yeah.
Santa.
Well,
and Christmas.
yeah.
Oh,
and
he
that's
appreciates the
just-
gifted sub.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
But yeah, so basically a 10 all around for a story.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I can't believe this pen's actually working with me. It was being such a pill last time.
Oh my god.
We
Don't
have a
worry.
stampede upstairs.
Don't worry. They'll be fine.
Well, we'll come upstairs and the Christmas tree will be gone.
No, but
And all the stuff
but
will be
there's
unwrapped
there's one
and
other
torn
thing
apart.
about that too was the fact that it necessarily he did not think that. It was when the doc brought it up. 'Cause
That
the doc-
doctor was pissy.
He was
He
rude.
was mean.
Jeez.
That's how they had to fight
and,
it.
and the thing is that probably
was
maybe
Mr. Negative.
was something that got him to think about that too, because if you wanted to go to Elf and say something about, well, there's no Christmas spirit, this reason why we need the
Well, how dare that doctor say that? He basically said that nobody cared about Christmas.
I know, he was a jerk.
Yeah, that was awful.
He was mean.
Yeah, I didn't like him at all.
But if
He needs to
you
switch
take a
doctors.
look too,
Yes.
that
Absolutely.
and some
Switch
of the other
doctors.
some of the
Send
other
an email. That's
some of
not
the other
cool.
stories you're going down is that if you notice how everybody was really hard, well, I think you brought it up, everybody was really hard on Jingle and Jangle, right, and all this other stuff.
Oh, I love.
But when
Jingle
Klaus
Jangle.
gets down there, Klaus,
Yes, Mr. Claus.
so when he gets down there, it's totally different.
Well, because he looks like a dignified gentleman. He's dressed in like a
well,
suit,
yeah.
and
That's true.
they're walking around looking like cuckoo bananas.
Yeah.
That's. I think people were like, "What?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you
What is
guys?"
this, dress up day?
Right,
or
right.
what?
Well, and
Yeah.
here's the thing too. Here's
And
it
they're
goes
all
up
like-
there, and the guy goes up there and he pulls out and Vixen. I mean, it's like this. Like the guy didn't even know that this is Santa when he's going to Vixen. Well, what's a reindeer doing down here? No, and explaining it to this guy, and
Right.
stuff like that too. And what I really liked about part of the story right there too is how when they went up and they got the snow, that the mayors got together, he did what he said he was going to do, and then the kids gave him a holiday.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily.
That was so beautiful.
I
and
thought
touching.
that was the neat
Yeah.
thing
All
when
the
they
kids giving
Santa
presents.
gifts. Yes,
Yeah.
it was the
And I
opposite
love
way.
how it was so multicultural. Like it was kids
Oh,
from
yeah.
all over the world, and they
Yes,
are all represented.
yes.
Yes.
That made
That
me
was
think of,
so
uh,
cool.
That made me
Kids
want to
Center.
cry.
That
Yeah, I
made me
know.
Kids
My
Center.
mom's
And the- yes,
the
the
world.
sweatshirts
with all
I
the-
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Yes.
and the
Big
one
fans
part
of
and the one part
multicultural
right there
embracing.
that it was right towards the end of the was the song,
Absolutely.
but it
Yeah.
was the girl that one child says, "I
She's
will
gonna
miss
miss
you."
you. Yeah.
And it comes to the point that was his motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And,
one actually almost made me
That
cry
made,
too.
this whole movie made
Several,
me want to
yeah.
cry.
Actually,
And
it
that was
did.
very
People, I wasn't
wishy-washy.
supposed to tell you this. There was a lot of tears. Okay, I was there.
Well,
I was there on the
I'm-
tidal wave of 2022.
Being mean to like Jingle and Jangle, that was horrible.
Mhm.
That was like they've just come down to
Yeah, but
earth
here's the
to
thing,
check
though.
things
If
out
you literally
and,
saw
like,
two people dressed as elves, well, similar to a certain other
Well,
elf we all know
No,
from
I
the
would
movies.
not ever.
I wouldn't be
tease
mean.
or
I mean,
I wouldn't be
inwardly,
mean, but I'd be
mocking,
like,
but I
what
wouldn't
in
say
the
it out
hell?
loud.
What the hell are these
but
two?
you know what? But Mrs. Claus did kind of put them into a spot, because if
Yeah.
anybody who knows down south is Mrs. Claus and
Right, but she trusted them to,
Oh, that's true,
to get
yeah.
the job
True.
done. And it's not like they didn't. They figured it
tried.
out. They did try.
yeah.
But it
They kept
takes
running
Santa
into
to-
blocks.
Right. it takes
Roadblock.
Santa
Yeah, there was a
to
lot of
save the
roadblocks on this
days.
one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Really, what
Uh,
it conveys is how much we all need
And
Santa.
I
Uh,
think this story was
and the
so nice.
spirit of
Sorry about that,
Christmas.
but I think the reason why the story was so nice because it wasn't necessarily 100% typical
Right.
Santa
No,
Claus
no,
story.
Very
no.
different.
It was hugely different.
Very much
Yeah.
like the last one we discussed.
Yeah.
It's very unique.
Mhm.
One
All right.
told the story and everything else. The other one here just says, "Well, what if Santa didn't show?"
Mhm. All right, let's get on to characters. Finally, I don't think I've ever heard so much of a discussion on the story just alone.
Well, the story was a good story. It
I know. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that this was
Characters 10.
shocking.
Yeah.
Characters
10.
10.
But yeah, basically, there's actually quite a few people
There
that
really wasn't anyone that I disliked per se.
Actually,
except for the doctor.
Your favorite is the Heatmeister.
The Heat
Mhm.
Miser.
Yeah.
My least favorite is that dumb doctor.
The Doctor's a big meanie.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big poo head.
Actually, I
him.
like
Apparently,
both of the two characters.
But they did very well. I
Um,
think because of the characters and like Rankin, like in true Rankin Bass, they got themselves excellent voice actors. That makes up for a lot of the stop motion, right?
Yeah,
there.
and I was gonna mention actually one of them actually. I believe her name is Shirley Booth. If
Mrs.
anybody,
Claus.
yeah, she was Mrs. Claus, and she's been in A Touch of Grey's, The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. There's Hazel.
Hazel. I remember Hazel.
Yeah,
on
she
TV.
was I believe
In
the
the
main
70s.
character in that one.
She was. That was the start. The whole
I
thing.
have no idea what.
Shirley Booth, who was Hazel, she was a housekeeper, a household and stuff like that. But the whole show evolved around her.
Oh, okay.
She was very good.
I love
pretty
Mrs.
funny.
Claus in this
Yeah.
movie because she's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, dude, you know what, Santa? You take a pill, you calm down. I'm
Yeah.
gonna handle this shit."
Yeah.
And she steps up, even though things
Yeah.
get a little wonky. She did try,
Yeah.
you know.
Then of course we got Dick Shawn, who is the Snow Miser,
Yeah.
Yes.
and by God,
I like both of them. I like.
I think
both.
their hair is fantastic.
Yes,
I
I
love
agree.
the
Yes.
Heat Misers because it glows.
And I love the songs.
Lights up.
yeah.
Oh my
The only
gosh, they're my favorite.
you want to know the strange thing is, I actually know Dick Shawn from somewhere else. He was in one of the episodes of The Twilight Zone.
No way.
Wow.
Yep,
That's a
I was. Yeah. Then of
That's
course
very
we
cool.
have George S. Irving, who is known as Heat Miser.
Yes.
Mhm.
He has the best hair. That's like
Yes,
such a goal.
the best glowing hair right there.
Yeah.
Oh hell
The
yeah.
music was my favorite
And
too
it's
in here.
it's all sticking straight up like
Yep.
fire, and it's all I
It's
love
perfect.
him.
I
He's-
have to say.
and he's in
I-
sequence.
Yeah.
You want to
Nailed it.
You want to
There's my holiday outfit right there.
You want to know the sad thing? After I watched this movie, I also found another movie that he was also in, and it happens to be a freaking animated movie that terrifies the crap out of me. Raggedy Ann.
Ooh.
I
Yeah,
haven't
she was
seen
in.
that movie.
He was in that movie.
No,
That
I
was
saw, like,
creepy
a
as
couple
hell.
of, like stills of that,
Yeah.
and I don't want to watch that.
Trust me, that
I
movie
watched
is just.
it. It was okay.
Let's just
I
say
liked
that
it. I
if
thought
you
it was
wanted
okay.
to know what it feels like to be in an acid trip, watch the movie.
Well, the fact that Raggedy
Because it's
Ann,
accurate.
the fact that Raggedy Ann was actually what the original Annabelle doll
Oh,
was,
don't say things
I
like that.
can understand why
Ooh.
you wouldn't want to watch.
No, I'm
No,
not
no, no,
watching
no,
that.
no, no.
I'm not watching
Well,
that.
that's my
I
problem,
like
not
there's
hers.
a
It's
there's
mainly
a
the
little
animated film just makes her even worse.
No, there's a really cute like Raggedy Ann. I think it's a little Audrey episode that was on one of those VHS that my mom got me of like the 50s cartoons.
We used to have all
That's
the Raggedy
really good.
Andy books.
It's real. Well, and I have
Hey.
a little Raggedy
And
Ann
those
and
were
Andy
great.
that,
Yeah.
that my mamo made for me.
Those
No.
were great.
Oh,
They're not evil. so
also,
that's fine.
the We Winter Singers, which is a chorus group. I think they're mainly a bunch of kids, actually.
The Westminster, yes.
The We Winter Singers.
Oh,
yeah.
the Wheat Winters. Well,
Yeah, they were the ones who did a lot of the
Heat Miser songs.
no, the children's songs.
Oh, okay.
They were the
okay.
ones who were singing like "I Have a Blue Christmas,"
Oh,
Which-
I love that song
just
too.
which also
That was
happens to
very
be
upsetting.
a Elvis song that was played
Yes.
later after
yeah.
this.
Yeah, I was like, this is Elvis. I didn't know
Yes.
that they did a.
Yep.
So did he? Did
Yeah,
he
they had
cover
excellent
it,
music
or did
in
they
this.
cover it from
They
Elvis?
covered.
They covered
it.
it, I believe.
Oh,
Yes,
and
because
it- and
this
it
was
took on a
this
whole
was a
element
seventies.
of,
This was a seventies.
Missing Santa and
This was a seventies show.
movie.
The Year Without a Santa Claus. So
Oh.
that was beforehand. In
Also,
his heyday.
here's
Okay.
one more thing. Jules Bass didn't compose this at all.
What, all of the songs?
None of them.
Oh, that's odd.
Jules Bass actually directed this whole thing,
Oh, okay.
and Maury was given
It does
full
have a
credit.
Little, it does have a little different look to it, the framing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jules
Yeah.
Bass took full control of this film along with Arthur Rankin Jr. The two of them worked together on this project, and they let Maury take the full head for the music, which
Because Jules
Maury did
always
one
did
hell
a
of a
lot
job.
of the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, when we come to music,
we are
I'd
on
give
music.
it
Actually,
oh.
yeah, we are going to be on music
yeah,
now. Yeah.
I'd give it
That's
like a
a 10.
15.
That's
'cause
a
Yeah.
10.
I
That would.
love the music in it. The whole, actually, as far as music goes, it's actually my favorite movie as far as the music.
There's more music in this one, I feel like.
Yes,
don't you
there
think?
was. There was. That was
Well,
a lot
the
of
Well,
One of
again,
great
there's the
music.
Snow Miser and Heat Miser themes, of
Yes.
course.
And
We
the
have the Blue Christmas. We also have
I believe in Santa Claus.
I Believe in Santa
That
Claus.
is my
Yeah,
favorite.
no, there was a lot of
very
good.
emotive.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm,
yes.
I'm gonna let everybody know here. This is the one song that actually chokes him up mid-song.
It does. It does. I can't.
Everybody has
we'll
one of those
sing along.
songs.
We'll do a sing along, and there's parts of that song I can't sing. I'll actually start choking up.
For me,
it's really weird.
And it's really weird. For me, it was the little drummer boy.
Yeah.
They told me.
That one.
Yeah. Well,
that one I don't know why, but chokes me the hell up, and I don't even know why.
You know, it's an emotional.
Mm-hmm.
It's
but yeah, like I said,
there's a whole lot going on there.
Like I said though, there are always those songs that hit people right in the feels.
Yeah.
One of them, and of course, everybody here already knows the other one that hits me hard. Up's first 10 minutes. Damn it.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
That one was an emotional trip beyond any shadow of a doubt, especially since this movie came out just a year after my grandmother died, and it still bums me the hell out.
Right.
But you know what? There's something else too. Is that like when you get back to like songs and stuff like that, the "I Believe in Santa Claus" and the one from Rudolph when Clarice sings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are probably my two favorite. Mm-hmm. Probably just right now. "I Believe in Santa Claus" just edges it out. What was going on?
Glamour Chica is hoping to get Sonic Frontiers for Christmas this year.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But, yeah, I have to say I'm with Puganeer on this one. This movie has got to have some of the best music in all of the Rankin Bass films. And for once, Jules Bass was not even the one to helm all the songs. It was Maury.
Well, I feel
so
like
well done for Maury Laws for doing an incredible job there.
Yeah,
well, he's been
I feel like he
a
did
long
his
time partner
absolute
with
best to step up in the challenge, and to
Yeah.
maintain continuity with the other films.
And not to mention, his choice of songwriting was done incredibly well. And it's no wonder that Elvis himself even said he wanted to do a cover of this song.
Yeah.
Well,
it's pretty interesting.
I will tell you too the fact,
especially since his almost sounds more of like a tragic romance more than it does the original, which is about more feeling really sorry for Santa Claus and hoping that he doesn't fully retire.
Right.
But the really cool thing about how the music is and stuff is, like, as I said, it comes back to the point of where each song tells the story within that part.
It pushes the narrative forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Lord. And Maury has worked with Jules so much that Jules didn't have to worry about what Maury's going to do.
Right.
Maury's
He knows
how
to maintain
those two
Exactly.
worked together for so long.
Yes, they did.
Also,
since
it says
64.
Also, Chica says that I also got my brother a Kevin Durant Funko Pop.
Oh, that's very cool.
Okay, all right, just make sure he isn't listening.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty cool though. All right, so now we're going on to design. Do we really need to explain?
No, 10.
10. Actually,
good.
I think that the whole feel of it is.
I also
different.
like how you use hand drawn with it too, with some of the.
The
song
they
Blue
did
Christmas.
that.
Yeah.
Like they did
The
like
crayon.
they did with
the
Santa Claus is
crayon
Coming
was
to Town
really
with
nice.
Jessica's
Yeah,
song.
that was really,
That's really nice
sweet.
touch. Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica's song also used a lot, had some hand drawn stuff in there too, which.
The psychedelics.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like a
have to
whole
say-
full hand drawn film like Frosty, but
Right.
still, for that one little scene for those songs, I think it makes sense though.
It does. It gives it more of an emotional sense to it.
Also,
Well,
do you
it
also
makes
notice
it-
the coincidence that the
Childlike,
song's
that's what I
called
was
Blue
gonna say.
Christmas, and she's the only, and I think Jessica's the only character with a blue dress that sings the song,
Yeah, but the
and
girl,
both of them are the
girl-
only ones that have animation
That's
in
true,
their
yeah.
music.
And if you ever really take a look, she's the only one with a tear.
Yeah.
An actual tear in her eye
Yeah.
and stuff. And everything, if you take a look, that, her dress was blue, tree was blue,
Yeah.
and
Everything's
then
blue without Santa.
with the
Yeah.
exception of that if it needed to be red, like red, or
Right.
whatever. So what they do is they made sure that the colors followed what the song did,
Yeah.
which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, you don't really.
Those are
see
little
them.
things right there. That's a very small detail.
Oh yeah.
She's
this is right
hungry.
here,
She's ready for
yeah,
pizza.
I don't.
My hands
I don't have to worry. He's in the
now it's
dining
full.
room while I'm in my room.
Oh,
Smart call, Chica. Smart call.
Unless he's secretly watching this right here. So now that he knows.
Crap. Merry Christmas then. Anyway, now we're gonna go on to atmosphere, and this one is actually where it fits very well. It has almost like a flow to it that you don't normally see in other specials. So I got to give it a 10 personally.
I'm giving it a 10.
10.
Well, the atmosphere really works, and what I thought was a good tie point, honestly, was Mother Nature.
Yeah.
I think Mother Nature is the one, because without Mother Nature, the story would have been lost.
Yeah.
I really do
Yeah.
believe that because Mother Nature kind of just goes in there, kind of gets the boys together, kind of saying we're going to work with cooperation and compromise.
She
and
terrifies the hell out of me because
she
she has godly
everybody.
power that could erase someone without any issue.
I think it's great though because it's all about coming together
Yes.
and working together as a team.
He doesn't know your channel exists.
Well, that's wrong of her not to let her brother know that your channel doesn't exist.
Yeah, let him know. Alright, so we have perfect 50 scores. Okay, first of all, before we go, I gotta at least ask one question. What was your favorite song out of all the Rankin Bass films that we've done on the channel, which includes Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Little Drummer Boy, Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey, Santa Claus Coming to Town,
Heat Miser,
or
Cold.
A Year Without a Santa Claus?
You know what mine is?
the
Heat Miser?
Yes.
Snow Miser, Heat Miser song?
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Oh, no.
What about yours?
I mean, I can like get up and dance to that shit.
Actually,
He's dressed for you to
yes,
dance with
yes,
him.
yes.
He's ready to
dressed
go.
spectacularly.
Just give him a microphone.
Yeah.
I have to say the Misfit song is my absolute favorite from
Oh
Rudolph.
yeah. That's good too.
I relate
Yeah,
so
the
hard.
Misfit Toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is known as the most wonderful day of the year, if I remember correctly. Yes, that was the one from the Island of Misfit Toys.
No, we're a couple of misfits.
We're
Oh, that
misfits.
one.
So,
That
yeah,
sorry,
the
I
actual-
Alright,
Like
well,
the
yes.
actual misfit song.
Yes, yes.
What about
Just because my nose glows,
Hey.
why can't I fit in? Oh, mine's I believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah, that
Even
was,
though I have to tell you the Clarice song right there in
Yeah,
Rudolph,
yeah. They're
that
all really good.
they're all
but-
good, but if I was gonna say that's going to just edge
we're
it out.
a couple of misfits. That's
For
the
me,
one.
Yes, we're a couple of misfits, not a
Will you,
couple of
will you let me
nitwits.
talk?
Okay.
Just because my nose glows,
Okay, go on, Nathaniel.
why can't I fit in?
Okay, I tempted to stab you. Anyway, if I'm gonna say this is actually really tough for me. There's actually
There's
lot of
too
good
many.
ones.
Yeah, there's too
There's
many.
too many.
If I'm gonna name each one from the specials, for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I actually have to say Most Wonderful Day of the Year is my personal favorite
That is a good one.
for that special. For Frosty the Snowman, it actually is just the theme, Frosty the Snowman. It's literally there.
Yeah.
And who
For
sings that one?
for
That's Jimmy Durante.
Oh, okay.
yeah. For Drummer Boy, well, you guys already know the one that chokes me up like hell.
Yeah, the Westminster Choir
Um,
sings it.
Nestor.
David Bowie did a cover of it.
Yes.
and
Yeah,
it's,
he did.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
With Bing Crosby.
For
Yeah.
Nestor's main theme was always my personal favorite. Of the
Yeah,
whole
it was.
thing.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Santa Claus Coming to Town. Jesus, I don't know which one. But if I were to choose which one out of all of them, it would be the main theme, Santa Claus Coming to Town. If not only just edging out, put one foot in front of the other.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
That was, yeah.
That's
yeah,
a great
that
one.
And
That's a good
for
one.
the Year Without a Santa Claus, again, this is where two of them really, but I actually am going to go with Puganeer on this one. The Snow Miser, Heat Miser song just edges out over I Believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Oh,
it just
that-
is
Just
such a-
barely.
It's just
barely.
the whole dancing
aesthetic.
Yeah, the
Their-
aesthetics,
their
the whole thing,
capes
yeah.
are so
glitters
different.
and all
Oh.
the sequins.
She said
Suit. I
him
love
not
the
knowing
sequin
your
suit.
channel exists is a good thing in terms of Christmas. Makes sense though. I
Look how
completely
she
understand.
covered her base.
I
That's
I
I
good.
she
completely
covered her
understand.
bases, she
I
covered her
completely
bases.
understand your thought process, Chica. Good call. Just to make sure we don't spoil anything for your little brother. Good lord, that would have been really bad if we spoiled any
I
was
like
watching
Chica.
this.
She's got great humor. That one.
Yes.
Oh yeah. My god. Anyway, guys, we're finally done with all of the Rankin Bass stuff. Next time we're gonna be reviewing, and yes, I know a lot of people want us to do Wallace and Gromit, so we're gonna be doing their very first 3 specials they ever made: A Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, and A Close Shave. So that means we're gonna be actually watching some plasticine animation.
Oh my God! See, it's evil. It's pure evil. We need to salt it, burn it, and bury it in the backyard.
Who are you, freaking Dr. Claw?
Sandy Claus over here.
Don't remind me of that instance with that special, okay? The Inspector Gadget special was bull. Anyway, but yeah. You guys have any final words to say before we sign off?
Merry Christmas and
happy Hanukkah and happy Kwanzaa and happy everything.
And Happy New Year. And hopefully next year will be healthy and happy for everybody.
Rudolph has to say something.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. And of course, are you guys going to join us for the Wallace and Gromit special, or are you guys going to go
next
for
weekend?
Yeah, on 31st.
Oh, yeah.
I might.
Might? All right.
Yeah, so we're going to have to watch Wallace and Gromit.
That's
that's a tough
I
job.
love Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, trust me. It's going to be
Oh my
absolutely
God.
My
amazing.
favorite.
I also love cheese, so I'm sure we'd all get along really well.
Well, I will
Oh,
tell
trust
you
me.
right now, what I love is the World of Invention. That's my favorite.
We'll do
one.
that one. We'll do that next time, but we have to start with the original
Now I'm
3.
going to beat you.
The trousers one is probably my
Oh, Trousers is a good one.
That's
Yes.
my favorite.
For me,
I
I,
like
actually
the
like
one
a
when he
Grand Day
went
Out
to-
personally, but
I liked it when they went to the moon.
yeah, that's a Grand Day
The
Out.
Grand Day Out. Yes.
Close
yes.
Shave is when he was where Gromit gets thrown in jail.
Oh yes.
Oops, I didn't mean to spoil that. Crap.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but we'll talk about them when the 31st rolls around. So, but yeah, we'll be going back to our original schedule actually on Monday. So, because Sunday I'm taking off because it's Christmas. And of course on Tuesday we're going to be going back to that. Day off on Wednesday, and then I'll be giving you guys a brand new schedule for the next week.
Remember to go to MrRetroActive.com
Yep.
to keep up with all of the schedule changes and everything that's coming up.
TV Man. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Apparently, Chica told me about this guy a while ago. Have you guys ever heard of the TV Man?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I'm
TV
actually
Man.
hold on.
What year? What year did it come out?
I think it was the Horatios. The Horatio.
Horatio. Well, that's a CSI Miami. Horatio.
No idea what you're.
Horatio County.
Oh.
Let's see.
They're quiet.
Okay,
and
apparently.
I'm nervous.
Okay, apparently.
Remember,
let me
if
look up just the
they're-
TV Man.
If you're not up to anything, that means you're up to nothing.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, apparently it is. Wait, seriously? Oh my God! Someone actually did this. Apparently he's a fictional character on YouTube. Apparently, or maybe it was something. Yeah, a dude who literally wears a TV for a head.
Oh, I've seen a music video with him.
Oh yeah, so basically, yeah, all right, that's pretty cool. Well, I just looked it up then. So until then, my friends, I hope you all have an amazing day. I will see you all next time. This is Mr. Retroactive signing out, and
And
have all of you guys have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, and I'll see you all very soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Have a great day, everybody.
You doing the cutscene?
No.